Hey everybody, Michael Martin. Thanks for being here. Trying something new this year. Working on YouTube, putting some videos up that'll be give us a little bit more canvas to work with as opposed to the audio only platform of the podcasting world. So if you're hearing us on Spotify, just realize that there are video episodes of the same episode over at YouTube. So the first question I got in after this break was like, what do you do when you're in a drawdown? And I feel like that's a great question because everybody behaves differently. They also feel different feelings. Right now, if I'm in a drawdown, it doesn't bother me because I know I've had plenty of times where I've had drawdowns and I've had to dig out and there's no problem. You just have to trust in yourself, trust in your system. But that's a lot harder when you're just starting because you don't have that after the fact experience. So what is your self-talk in that moment? So there's a couple of things you can do is obviously if you're managing the drawdown as you should be from a previous peak, once you're down, say 3, 4, 5%, I would really slow things down as far as the process is concerned, because whatever it is that you're doing is not amenable with what the market is showing us, right? And so you can continue to bang your head against the wall if that's what you want to do, or you could sit on your hands for a while and let the storm blow over, so to speak. Now, sometimes, admittedly, it's not even a storm. It's just the market environment that we're in. False breakouts, there's a million things of why it doesn't work. But I like to always think about drawdown as, all of it's my money, regardless of whether you're dealing with unrealized gains or fully realized gains. Whatever that balance is, it's not the market's money, right? That's one thing people say, well, it's the market's money. I always look at it like whatever your equity is the morning that you start trading or wherever time zone you're in, that's your money. And what you don't lose, you don't have to earn back. And I think that's important. I've said it a few times for your emotional makeup. When you find yourself in a longer drawdown, the idea of kind of digging out for higher percentage rates of return can put a lot of pressure on you, and that could change your behavior. Now, if you're a steely-eyed missile man, you can find yourself in a spot where maybe that's not the case. But again, for the newer folks, it's important to understand that when you put yourself under pressure, you could inadvertently be putting yourself in a spot to behave differently than you had been behaving to get you in the place that you're in the first place. So, if you're up and you've pulled back a little bit, I would always think of it in terms of that diagram that they make about drawdowns. If you're down 10%, you need about 10, 11% to come back. So not so bad. But once you start getting into like the 15, 20% type of drawdown, now the performance that you need on your account is much harder, right? So if you're down, say 20% and you're trading 80-cent dollars, you need a 25% increase from, that drawdown just to get back to break even. So that's why I say start flashing the yellow light when you get down 5, because once you get down to 10%, you're at 10 and you need 10 to kind of get back to break even. I try to avoid and I would recommend that you avoid putting yourself in a spot where you need to really crank on the account, because what you don't know is how long this market environment's going to last, right? And so you don't want to be over trading. You don't want to be trading too large when you're in that drawdown. In fact, it's the time to go the other way. This way, you preserve your capital. Now, that might be frustrating in and of itself, but I would rather feel frustrated by having to sit on my hands than feeling, say, despondent or aggravated because I was in my will or in my ego and I started blasting, trades out because I couldn't bear the pain or the discomfort of being in the drawdown and I wanted to get back to break even as soon as possible, right? That's putting yourself in a tough spot. So I would flash yellow at around 4 or 5%, start cutting your position size and trade your best setup. If you're trading one setup, then that's it. If you're trading several setups, I would trade whatever the one is that you have that's the best one for you and then stick with that. I hope you like the new format. I'm going to put some work into it and I have help, designing and editing the videos for publication. Same deal as always. If you'd like the audiobook version, a free copy of the audiobook version of The Inner Voice of Trading, you can get that at Martin Chronicle, top right corner. It's on me. It's about 500 megabyte download. It's the book I wrote for FT Press back in 2011. I'm giving the audiobook version away for free. And if you like anything about this show, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well as whatever platform, because then it shares the ratings with other folks who might find that the message of this show really resonates with them. Other than that, that's all I have for you today. Going to try to keep these things bite size. So I look forward to your feedback. Keep sending in the emails with questions that you'd like me to answer. I'm here for you 100%, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, everybody, thanks for being here. Please take a minute, like and subscribe to the show. You could also leave a comment. I don't have all the answers, so it's good to get some feedback. Also, if you would like to support the show, check out the links below. You can get the free audiobook of The Inner Voice of Trading, and also information about the course that I teach with Victor Sperandio. Thanks for being here, folks. I'll see you tomorrow.